Hey guys, I'm originally from the East Coast. I was born and raised over there. Thank you, East Coasters. I was not really prepared for the culture shock when I got here. I first moved to the West Coast and everybody was like, watch out for the Cholos. Be careful of the Cholos. Beware of the Cholos. I had no idea what a Cholo was. I thought it was a Mexican chocolate. I went to the gas station. I was like, let me get $10 on Pump 8 and a pack of Cholos. He's like, hey, they'll kill you, man. I know you guys are serious about your health, but it's just chocolate, bro. Calm down. Where I come from, they have rednecks. That's it. You go 23 miles in any direction outside of a metropolitan city on the East Coast, boom, you run into rednecks. I went into Virginia to buy a car from this guy, and I saw it on the internet, and went up there and checked out the car. I was kicking the tires, checking to see how the car runs and all that. I asked him, I said, sir, how does the car run? And he looked at me and said, hooey, boy, she run like a stout dog. She'll get up on you. And then he looked me right in the eye and he said, diddly-doo, diddly-doo. I was like, what is that, the redneck epilogue? What, I bought the car. It was convincing. I drove it with my buddy. Driving down the road, we get in an accident. I take him to the hospital. The doctor comes out. He goes, sir, your friend has sustained some serious injuries. He's going to have surgery in the morning right away. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo. That was it. Drove me nuts. Oh man, there's so much on the news now. It's been years since 9/11, and people are still, it's still clamoring about 9/11. And I think the craziest thing about it is, during the Bush administration, 8 years after 9/11, we still couldn't find bin Laden. The Bush administration still said they could not find bin Laden. I got an idea. Why don't they get the student loan people to find him? How about that? I faked my death 10 times and changed my name, and they find me in every state. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. All these movies that are coming out, it seems like romantic comedies are coming out like every week. There's a new romantic comedy with Jennifer Aniston or Gerard Butler or Katherine Heigl or somebody. You drive down the street, you see all the billboards for the Notebook movies. From the writers of the Notebook, from the producers of the Notebook, from the directors of the Notebook, from Mead that makes notebooks. And they're horrible, man. I saw one of these films. I was watching it. Halfway through the movie, people got up and left, and I thought on the plane. I was like, what the heck? This is horrible, man. This is just... I just turned 35 recently, and my mom is calling me up. She never bugged me until I was about 31 about getting married. Now she's been bugging me for the past 4 or 5 years about getting married. I've been dating a lot in LA, and I can't help but I date a lot of big girls. I like big girls, And yeah, it's true, man. They're big girls. They work hard for the loving, man. They're doing like competition, against the smaller girls. They get really mad when they see a skinny girl. They're like, look at that skinny girl. Look at that witch. I'm like, come on. Calm down. She's got cancer, all right? They'll do anything to please their man. They'll do their hair, their nails. They'll sing, whatever you want. They'll do whatever you can think of. They'll do to please their man, except for lose weight. That's the one thing they won't do. And they're always on a diet. I'm on the popcorn diet. I'm on the cabbage diet. I'm on the eat whatever I want diet. I took this big girl out. We went to a nice barbecue restaurant downtown. She ordered some salad at first, and then I ordered, and then she goes, the waiter comes back, and she goes, yeah, I'll have 2 racks of ribs. I was like, 2 racks of ribs? What are you, the Flintstones? She goes, I was good. I had a salad today. I was like, it's not a salad if you put a flank steak on top of it, all right, honey? My name is Noel, which is a beautiful French word, Joyeux Noël, which means Christmas. And I'm Jewish. Where I grew up, I was the only Jew in the entire elementary school. I remember, like, the winter holidays, Christmas holidays was a little bit trying. Every holiday they have that assembly, right before the holidays, and let the kids out, and everybody talks about all the different holidays. I remember they would bring me up on the stage. They'd be like, "Explain Hanukkah to the kids, Noel." I was like, "I don't know what Hanukkah is." It's like 8 years old. I was like, it's a holiday where for 8 days we get really like crappy socks and shoes and stuff for presents. And then my dad says, don't worry, you're as good as them. It's crazy, man. People say these kind of weird things, like, people are so clueless about all the different religions in the world. I was at this nightclub with some friends, and we were talking, and it came out that I was Jewish, and I walk outside to get my car from the valet, and this girl walks up to me. She goes, excuse me. And I was like, yeah. She goes, are you really Jewish? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, how did you get into that? I don't know, I walked into a bank, I filled out an application. Boom, my nose grew, my package shrunk, and all of a sudden I had great business ideas. How do you think I got into that? You're crazy. It's crazy, man. There's always a big debate amongst my friends. So I got friends from all over the world, all different religions, credos, whatever you want to call it. And there was always a big debate. They're always like, what was Jesus, man? Was he Roman? Was he Greek? Was he Jewish? Was he like Assyrian? And I'm like, come on, I think he pretty much, he was a Jew. And they're like, why do you say that? I say, because think about it. Only a Jew would try to feed hundreds of people with 2 loaves of bread and 3 pieces of fish. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to see an episode of Celebrity Rehab with Jesus and Moses. Yeah. Moses, where'd you get that wine? I swear it was water, and then Jesus came over. I was like, Being a comedian is a great job. You get to travel around the world. It's a real luxury. You tell jokes, and people laugh. You get paid for it. But sometimes you're in a foreign country. Recently, I was in France, and I was doing some shows. And you're in the hotel, and I'm in that foreign country, and you just hunger for some American nourishment, like something in English. I can watch a TV, there's nothing in English. I'm going crazy. I would settle for anything, All of a sudden, I'm clicking on the channels, and I see one of my favorite classic films, Dirty Harry. I turn it on. I get right to the part where Dirty Harry looks like this, and he goes, Je sais quoi tu penses, il a tiré 5 à 6 balles. I was like, oh man, remote control stuck on surrender, great. I made the mistake of using my cell phone. I got back home, cell phone bill, $800. I called the cell phone provider. They put me on hold. They gave me that hold music. Average hold time, 27 minutes. You ever been on hold for so long you start grooving to the music? Yeah. I was like, I'm wanted. Sir. I was like, bro, you messed the whole chorus up.